Okay, everybody, Infernal Shrines, we are in semifinal number 2 of the first qualifier for the Masters Clash. Yes, Masters Clash is, of course, the new big tournament in Europe right now. There's, I think, 10,000 euros on the line. They hope to host an offline final in France. The only question is, of course, is it going to be possible because of COVID? But since the event would be in 2-3 months, there's a good chance that it is actually going to happen. Infernal Shrines, our first map in the best of 5 series that we now have on our hand. This is the second semifinal. We are currently in qualifier number 1. In total, there will be 4 qualifiers for the main event. And, well, every single team that wins a qualifier qualifies automatically for the main event, but we need 8 teams in total, so the remaining 4 teams are going to be determined by a ranking system. So everybody that doesn't win a tournament still accumulates points as they place within the tournament. If you take second place, you get more points than third place, fourth place, and so on and so forth. And at the end of the 4 qualifiers, the top 8 out of this ranking will play a Mercy tournament, where another 4 teams are going to be determined that will join the 4 that qualified directly. Pretty easy system, actually, nothing too crazy. Right now we have Chili Mountain going up against Wash the Heat. And if this is the first game that you are checking out, then you might be a little bit confused, like, what are you talking about? Wash the Heat? Wasn't this like Feel the Heat? Like, or Washed Up? Like, what's going on here? And honestly, it's pretty simple. Because we didn't have for like a couple of months now tournaments in Europe where we had the teams play together as a unit, as a team, there haven't really been a whole lot of teams that consistently stay together. Heroes of the Storm is currently lacking a lot of organizations and sponsors that come in and pay players even a small salary, so the teams fluctuate a lot depending on who the guys want to play with. So now everybody has just like found new teams. A lot of them are very similar to the teams that you've known before, but there's a couple new team names coming out. The Donuts is Lauber's team, we have the Hardos where Hazops is playing, and a few other things like that, of course, too. Either way, with this, we got Chili Mountain. These guys have, of course, they sucked ass in the CCL. And a big part of that was the ping. We've been talking about this consistently, that playing cross-server on this level with such a small margin of error is a problem. And they kind of proved it already by reaching the semifinals here. They defeated some tough opponents, and they're doing way better now in the setup than they did on the North American server, where they have to play with this ping disadvantage. I honestly believe that also a huge role was simply that at some point motivation became a problem for them. But they go up against Wash the Heat, which is a combo of the 2 teams. I mean, we have X-Ray over here, we have Masquerade, Equaza, Dino. It's a real powerful setup. Both of these teams are crazy strong now. The Stukov player, by the way, is Banana H, so in case you didn't recognize his Smurf account, that's it. So, locks in Stukov. Stukov has been changed in the last patch a bit, so especially his level 1 talent is now a bit more powerful if you're going for the low blow. So a full-on spec into a lurking arm is very, very common at this point. Hogger, taken by Dequaza. We got Dino also with his Chromie, and Masquerade with the Jojo right away. The Medivh ban doesn't really shock. There's so many Medivh players right now. Medivh is being played all over the place in the European scene again, and most of the teams just want to get rid of him immediately. We have Berghult coming very, very early on to Sonya here, who's also a staple in the current meta on the European server. Infernal Shrines is going to kick us off in this tournament match in Heroes of the Storm for the Masters Clash, but this is, of course, a best of 5. Now, Hanzo gets locked in as well here on Infernal. We got Blaze on top of that too, and can still get the main tank then later on. We have, of course, always the chance that Blaze gets maybe picked in the main tank position too, but it's not really unusual to have a triple frontline setup. In addition to that, we still need a hero for X-Ray and Ultralisk. So on the support side, we've seen quite a couple of Ana plays now as well. I mean, this is only one of those maps. Deckard Kane is great. You can play Ana, as we've seen. We've seen a lot of Brightwing. In this case, they go for Deckard. And Ultralisk with his Maiev. There we go. He talked a lot about how he didn't really want to play the hero on the NA server because of the delays. Sometimes he was forced to do it anyways. But he must be pretty relieved that he can now play that in a normal ping environment. So we're going to see that pick once more. It's going to be interesting if he's going to lag out. His internet connection always seems to be a little bit shitty. So maybe there's going to be some drops here, but either way, his Maiev is usually solid. Marker with fall stats, so Blaze in the main tank position. And guys, we're good to go. Infernal Shrines, game number 1. More Heroes of the Storm action in another tournament on the European server. The Masters Clash qualifier continues with semifinal number 2. Chili Mountain against Wash the Heat. Game number 1, prepare yourself. We have Chili Mountain going up against Washed the Heat in a Heroes of the Storm best of 5 as part of the first qualifier of the Masters Clash. On the left side, Chili Mountain with Make on Falstad going into an auto attack build with a seasoned marksman. We have Sonia on Berghult. We got Banana H currently playing Stukov. The immediate pause by Make, and I can already guarantee you that it's definitely Ultralist that is having some issues. But let's use the opportunity to introduce the players here. Azerite on Hanzo, we got Gia on Blaze, and the interesting part here is already that with Berghult on Sonia and Gia on Blaze, Sonia is kind of the main tank. I mean, normally when you see those two, unless they are really going for a bit of a role swap here as well, Berghult is the main tank player for them. Now, Sonya is a big part of the meta at this point. Normally, when you're going for a main tank, you also have the stun, so maybe Gia is playing it in this game. But it's a definitely interesting frontline for them now. They have to play around those two quite a lot. Stukov is going to try and follow up. This is, by the way, the setup that I've been talking about earlier. Low blow is by now the standard talent for Stukov on level 1 after Blizzard showed the last patch. There's a couple of changes that we've seen on the player side. Now, in addition to that, we have, of course, for Wash the Heat on the right side, Ultralisk himself now, currently with Maiev. X-Ray is playing Deckard Kane. Dequaza with a standard Hogger build, committing to the Bones to Gnaw, again on his level 1, is going to go into the Hogwild on level 4, then the Garbage Fire on level 7. Level 10 gives us the Hoarder Pole usually. On level 13, you have a bit of an adjustment that you can make with the Pummel as a second option, but that's pretty much about it when we're talking about Hogger. We have Masquerade in and Chromie. And of course, we're also going to double check what's happening over there. Quasar, Ultralisk, everybody actually ready for now. And over on the left side, seems like Make paused the game. Yeah, so these guys seem to have someone that they need to wait for right now. So time will tell what exactly we're going to do here. I mean, either way, this is going to be the start into the best of 5, and time will tell which team is going to get ahead. And I think this is going to be a pretty tricky one, because these guys are super strong here. On the right side, we have, of course, names that everybody should recognize, not only from the CCL, but also from all the matches and tournaments that have been played ever since HGC went down. Masquerade on the front line is an insane tank. I mean, his boys, they also won the Meta Madness tournament. So this is honestly the one game that I really waited for. This could have been the grand final, in my opinion. I would have not been shocked at all if the bracket would have played out a little bit differently, if this would have been the grand final of the entire event. But yep, we are in the semi, so the winner will advance, the loser will drop down into the third place decider and play for additional points for the ranking. But it's time to party. We got Hogger at the top, Sonia's going for the side lane, and X-Ray's pausing the game. What is happening? Those are a couple too many 3-2-3 moments. It feels like it's always the problem when we have, in particular, Ultralisk on the side, and honestly, Make's team is also quite often the team that has to delay the game a little bit. Quasar right now finds himself also already at the top. As I mentioned, Berghult is the one that is moving over and trying to play that out here. At the bottom of the map, on the other hand, you'll see now the rotation between the middle and the bottom. Now, just to also talk a bit about what's going to happen here, the camps are going to spawn at the 1 minute mark. So that includes 3 camps in total. Both of the teams will very, very likely early on start to make a play for that. And then we have the third camp up at the bottom of the map, which is oftentimes being fought over. And right there, the main question is then really which team has the better 4-man. Since it's most of the time not really a thing that the solo laners are joining the battle as well. So if your 4-man is really strong, then you can try to take the extra camp, which gives you a bit more experience, and it also gives you, of course, a slight lead with pressure on that particular lane. And yeah, with the 2 minute and 30 mark, that's when most teams go straight up for their shaman camps, since that's when the objective gets announced and you have to make the play. And in this case, the shaman camp is going to do a whole lot of work. Now, the position of those shrines is obviously randomized. That's something that we really need to implement on Volskaya Foundry too. But the first one this time spawns at the bottom of the map, which means that the position for the Shaman Camp topside is incredibly important because it can do just so much work. So 1 minute mark is in, camps have just spawned, and immediately you see Maiev making a way over towards the camp. So this is exactly this kind of timing that you normally want to play out here. We see the same happening for Make as well, as they are starting to come in and take this one down too. And, well, let's see what else we're going to have. Topside, Sonia is doing her thing. Nobody is invading, but with the red team being a little bit quicker on the camp, We now also have this one attacked very early. But here's the fight. And this is really where the 4-mans are going to be put to the test. But Hogger and Sonya are both starting to move in. Gia is already low, but they might be able to steal it away. Everybody getting on the point, and the red team takes it. Hogger arrives a little bit faster. Blaze was already low, so they had to back off. Now, that puts us into a spot where Wash the Heat has a slight advantage right now. Ah, careful. That's a good one. Nice engage. Hanzo needs to be cautious, and so does Gia. Both of them are a bit low. They're trying to turn it on X-Ray. They can't get the kill. 2 minutes into the game, so both of the teams will very soon try to make a play for the Shaman camps. But first of all, you got to secure the experience up at the top, and that's especially true for Dequaza over here. At the bottom, they're still pushing, and both of the camps that Wash the Heat have taken are still in play. But now it's time to take those additional camps. Sonya's already on hers. Now a couple of seconds and we're going to see the objective announced, so you want to set this up topside. Falster could now technically take over the top lane, and that's where Maka is already headed. He's the global player, so you want to keep him on the top lane as the objective at the bottom spawns. In an ideal world, what he would try to do is take the Shaman camp down on the other side for the red team and then fly down. So it's all a question of whether or not they can buy enough time on the shrine to make that fly still successful and impactful. So he's going to play it out against Dequaza. The goal is to take the camp apart, but we have a delayed capture of the camp on the red team side, which gives him a better position to defend this at the top. Now Dequaza is already doing some work here, but Falset has a chance to turn the bottom fight into a quick 5 versus 4. And here we go. This is also where we're going to keep an eye on Ultralisk and his Maiev, because this is one of the best chances for him to have an impact and really set kills up for the team. Already, Hogger is here, and this is a 5 versus 4, but Falstad, once he takes this down, is giving the team a big advantage at the top lane. So Maka is going to fly down soon, does a little bit more damage to all of this. 21 stacks against 15. Blaze has split off, they're giving it up. Blue team is giving this one up. And Hogger, it's kind of crazy that he was allowed to be taken on this map, because he can really use that Unstoppable continuously over this one. Boomerang is now in. Falstad is pushing the top lane out even further, and Sonya is trying to slow down the rotation of Dequaza. Small plays, but those are impactful. That allows Falstad to do more damage to the wall. Keep in mind, they gave up the Punisher. But as long as they take the wall down, they're fine, because down here the defense is already ongoing, and it's unlikely that Wash the Heat gets more out of the first objective than the destruction of the wall itself. So in structures, they are dead even now. They are absolutely even. You can even argue that the red team is a little bit farther ahead because they have a tiny experience lead over their opponent. So that's one of those plays that you can make at the beginning of the game. Just simply give up the shrine, but make sure that you also get some extra value somewhere else on the map by taking down some structures. Now, as already predicted earlier, we got the Garbage Fire on level 7 for Hogger. We have on level 4 for Deckard Cain, the Shielding Potion. Same time now that we have the Lurking Arm build continue for Stu. Ooh, nice round. 4-man Warcraft 3 surround right here against Blaze, and that's a kill. Nicely done. It's the first kill of the game, by the way. So yeah, nice job. And at the bottom of the map, Hanzo is also still holding experience for the team. But of course, with every single wave that gets destroyed here, Make is also continuing his stacking. Currently sitting at 13 stacks for his level 1. Hogger needs to make his way out against Bergholt. Sonya is incredibly powerful right now. And that's a good opening into the game. By the way, Blaze went on level 1 into the Endurance Stim backpack over here. So it didn't go into the Unstoppable frames that you get with the new habits, which oftentimes is the standard to be taken. Especially if he's played in the main tank position. Okay, Ultralisk. Oh, I've got to be careful there. That was a nice engage by Gia. They didn't have enough for a follow-up, but that got dangerous for a moment. Level 10. There we have it. Cage is out. Old man telling stories again. And at the same time, any surprises? Doesn't really seem like it. No, but yeah. Oh, yes, we have a surprise. All right. No Hortapult this time. It's the Shockwave, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we're gonna get the Shockwave this time. Hogger was changed a little bit, and that includes the Hortapult, which was nerfed. So now we're heading into alternate talent. Let's see how Dequaza is going to play that out. Gia down here is already having some problems and might have to bunker up. Indeed, there it is. Not sure if he's gonna make it out there. The Gust is there, Blessed Shield, they still lock him down, and that's a kill. X-Ray is telling people tales of the war again, as the old man is going for story time, and that's a kill against Stukov. Nicely done. 3 kills to 0. Wash the Heat. Good start for them. So by the way, it's a really shitty name. Like, that doesn't even mean anything anymore. This is like, yeah, well, part of us were called Feel the Heat, the others were Washed Up, so we just mixed it because we can't come up with good names. That's pretty much all that happened there. I mean, the alternative between Feel the Heat and Washed Up would be Feel Up. Feel them up. Like, I don't know, that has a little bit of a sexual note there, so I'm not quite sure if that would have been a better choice either, but I can just tell you that Wash the Heat is just a little bit awkward. I mean, either way. At this point, it's party time up at the top side. That's where we go for the next big fight. And of course, there is an advantage in stats now. Hello, team? Blaze gets murdered over here. Gets the bunker out, but they are burning his hit points down. Holy hell. Poor Gia. He's getting kind of wrecked over here. And Hogger comes in. There's the kill. They go for Backhold. That's number 2. Damn, son. They are kicking ass right now. Wash the Heat over here is doing some work. I have to come up with a different name of these guys, by the way. Every single time I say Wash the Heat, my brain goes like, what? I don't know. It's just strange. Oh, my God. All right, so at this point, again, 5 kills to 0. It's not really a fun game for Chili Mountain. Yeah, it's not really a whole lot of fun. They are losing a lot of ground. Pummel is now in as the level 13 talent for Hogger, and they are struggling. Chili Mountain, it is. But it's getting chilly on that mountain again. They made it to the semi-final, and I said it before, this is an insane game because both of these teams have just crazy good players. But they go for Gia once more, and it just doesn't seem like that main tank Blaze is doing them any favors here. With the level 13 talent now to boot, they have to yeah, easily give up that fort. There's just like no fighting for it. We won't be able to make any big plays over here. And here we go. Down at the bottom of the map, we have Maka and his boys. He's trying to get at least his stacks together for the level 1. Chances of that going to be completed anytime soon are also rather low. Unless they're going a bit on a killing spree here. And yeah, let's check out the damage output. I mean, Chrome is sitting at 21,000. So 17k for Falstad. The bird. Yeah. Right now, Masquerade and Ultralisk want to introduce the bird to the Colonel and put Falstad into the KFC basket. That hasn't really happened yet. But yeah, Maka is not making any mistakes here. And for good reason. I love that Azerite sniffs it out, so Maka is now completely vindicated. It's like, you see, I told you I should have taken the safe path. Ooh, big arrow, big arrow. I'm sorry, guys, but that thing has priority. That was such a fail. We have to follow it the entire way. So, as it narrowly misses all of the targets that stood in his way, the fight over here has also yielded no results at all. Gia bunkered up again, and everybody else moved out. But Azerite, yeah, that one didn't connect, my friend. So, it would have been cool if they could have connected it, though, because a quick kill is exactly what they need. But so far, they are sitting at 0. No kills at all. Nada, niente. The Quasar still up at the top. And over on the right side, it's time for the camps again. The Shaman time. The problem is really that level 16 talent. This is frustrating for Chili Mountain. They are now playing a catch-up game where they have to attempt to get the experience for the next talent. And once that they have it, they need to force a fight because the objective, they can pretty much kiss that one goodbye already unless they get some surprise kills here. And they're trying. Ah, that's a good spear. But Hogger has Unstoppable and that's that. So, yeah, he doesn't have a chance there either. Anyways, the level 16 talents are in. Objective is going to be announced soon, and that's one at the bottom of the map, but they already eliminated the fort, so that makes matters even worse because there is no fountain down there. So let's have a bit of a look. Right now, what else are we going to get? Over here, we have our 5 kills to 0, level 16 push in the middle in an attempt to take the last remaining fort down. 29 stacks for Falstad. Trying to make a bit of a play for Backhold, which so far hasn't worked out. The bird is at the bottom of the map. And yeah, walls get taken down. Again, they have all the advantages right now. They control the map, they control the camps. They're just waiting for the objective. But honestly, Chili Mountain is getting a little bit closer to 16 than I expected them to. I miscalculated the time there a bit. I thought they had no opportunity at all to get level 16. Right now, it's cutting it close, but maybe if they split on the lanes, they're taking a huge one out the top. Backhold is going to get some experience here. Bottom of the map is going to push in now that Ultralist takes it. Would have been maybe not too bad for them to just let this one go and not take the wave, because it makes it easier for Chili Mountain to get the XP to hit their own level 16 talent. The Shrine is activating in 7 seconds, and Sonya is pushing it out very far at the top to make sure that they get the talent for the fight, but they can take the battle. Now the lead is going to be there for Wash the Heat. And they come in with some quick hits, and what are we getting from this one? Fucking Augur. Yeah, 16 versus 16, there we go. Yeah, they're going for it. Yeah, they're not making a play. Instead, we have Sonya taking the fort up at the top and dropping this easily. But yeah, I need suggestions for that team, honestly. I hardly can call them feel them up the entire time, which is another part of how you can mix it, but Wash the Heat sounds just weird. You guys gotta help me out on this. I need a couple of comments to let me know what we should call them in the future, because this is just awkward. It's like, what? The Heat was dirty? What happened there? It's like really weird. It was such a strange team name. At first I looked at it, it was like, ahaha, they combined the team names. Wahaha, how funny. But then I was like, yeah, sorry, but that's just no. Nope. Okay. Anyways, so bot lane pressure is there, 16 versus 16, that's the chance. The Gust is in as they're trying to buy themselves some time. Problem is it's a Frozen Punisher, that's one of the strongest ones right now, disabling the structure immediately. And it doesn't really seem like the blue team has an answer to this. They're going to lose that keep, no matter what they do. That keep is going to be toast, and Dino is trying to connect enough damage that he can lock in another kill for them. But it is not happening. The arrow is missing again. How? Arrow is down. Gia gets attacked too. And that's the end of the bird. The bird is down. Chicken for dinner, and they go for Backhold. He gets slapped around too. Wants to go for the spin to win, but he's actually slamming it out a bit and nearly got a kill there. But now that he gets tethered back in by Maiev, he doesn't stand a chance. Nice follow-up by Dino. The on-point damage was just too much for him to handle. Easy kill. Yeah, there we have it. Easy one. All right. And in the middle of the map, if they can take the wall down, I don't think they can destroy the keep, but even just dropping the wall would help them for one of the... Ooh, that on the other hand, that was a bit of a garbage fire. Yeah, aptly named talent here for Hogger. He's down. 33,000 damage for Chromie. 29,000 for Hanzo. And talking Hanzo, Hanzo is down too. The bird flies in. He came, he saw, and he ran away. Didn't want to have a part of this fight. Not even a little bit. I guess the initial idea was to fly into the bush, barrel over, and then gust them back in. And then once that he was flying and Hanzo died, just like, yeah, nope, not happening. Get me out of here. Get me out immediately. So, up at the top side, Ultralisk. He's now taking the experience as well for the team. Everybody else is sitting at the bottom of the map and doing his thing. 20 is already in play. So, there we go. And after we got the pummel on 13, we got the no control now as well. Yeah, a little more party over here. Ultralisk. He's looking for another tether. They're looking for Sonya. Backhold. Backhold. There's the cage. The arrow. And this time it connected. Nice. Big double kill. All of a sudden, they are back, everybody. Nicely played. They were down a talent and they didn't really care. Job well done. They're going for Masquerade and they take him down too. Well done. Well played. That was a cool one. That was a really nice fight. So the fight starts up and check that arrow out. So they're coming in with a big arrow. They get the kill. Bam! Double connect. And the double kill that follows afterwards allows them to pick up even a third one against Johanna. Well done. Nicely played. Yeah, the 40 stacks are also completed for Falset. So now he does have his activatable and can dish out a bit more damage. And by the way, this is a proper false set build, honestly. I'm always like getting a bit of a heartburn whenever I see someone going for this weird build that is out these days, where you don't take the auto attack talent on level 1, but then you still commit to the giant killer. Or the other day we had a build where someone went for seasoned marksman, but then went for cooldown reduction on level 13 and the faster tailwind activation on level 16, which made no sense whatsoever. Not even going for his level 7 here. So weird stuff, like really, really weird stuff. But this is a proper auto attack build that we're seeing right now. Also following up with the level 16 talent afterwards. Boomerang for the wave clear, keeping the global in. So solid build for him. And Make is currently doing fairly well with that. Arrow connects and Hogger disappears, pulling a Houdini. 1 second he's there, the next second he disappeared from the map. Chili Mountain, apparently they thawed up a little bit. Yeah, they were a bit frozen in their reactions earlier, but now the thaw has set in and they are doing much, much better. All of a sudden they're getting kills. We have them with level 20. Now they are playing the good old let's hearth back game. Both of the teams are currently playing this out a bit. The camp was taken, but now the top keep is going to be... I mean, that has to be kill, right? Defending that would be insane. If they can pull it off somehow, that would be incredible. So right now, they're starting to make the play here, and yeah, Keep doesn't stand a chance. Falstad was flying out already. Now there's still pressure here, and there's a catapult down there, but Falstad flew up towards the top, trying to do his thing now. So I'm not quite sure, but again, we're going to see how this is going to pan out. Here comes the quick attack, down goes Johanna, here comes another quick gust in, and off we go. Yeah, they go for the core, and this is looking fantastic for them now. Nicely done. 2 down, 3 down, but they can't end the game, can they? Oh, 22% back hold Sonya, and 6% the Punisher. Doesn't go for it. 4% on the core. Now they have to cross the map and finish it. Damn. Oh, that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Nicely done. 6 kills to 13. 2% on the core. They're crossing the map and now they can end the game. Fantastic. Nicely done, everybody. That was an insane comeback there. Great job by Wash the Heat. Chili Mountain with such a good attempt. And then it just backfires towards the end. Oh my god, they must be frustrated here. 2%. If that Punisher had just attacked it, that would have been game right there. Nicely done. Chili Mountain takes the first, loses the first map against Wash the Heat. What a start into this best of 5 in our Heroes of the Storm tournament. Nicely done.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Okay, game 2. I mean, honestly, that finish, kind of crazy. Chili Mountain with a real good aggression after they got the big kills off. And then they go for the core, and that Punisher just simply ignored the core, didn't attack it. The sentry nearly finished the job for them. But as it turns out, the win goes to Wash the Heat. The 2% on the core was all that they needed. Sky Temple is our second map, and the lead goes to the red team. Now that we're heading into map number 2 of the best of 5 semifinal. We have Hogger banned out. Don't want to deal with them on the second map. Sky Temple is, of course, another one where you also have to keep an eye on the globals, because, yeah, could definitely use that. I mean, again, it's a little bit of a map where you can play with Abyssar here. We've seen some Muro combos on this map. Not all that often. Brightwing has a higher priority now in general, so he would be a good hero here too if you want to play the global strategy. Maka has already displayed in other games that he really likes to bring Falstad back, so if they want to play around that, they have an option to do it here too. We've seen in the past ETC picks that then went into stage dive. Just mobility in general is really strong. If you get a good 4-man that can push, that's also kind of powerful. We've seen Sylvanas compositions on this map, Vikings even. So there's a lot of stuff that you can pull off here. And there's also a bit of a map where you sometimes have some cheesy builds that you can use. Back in the days, Fnatic played their McDonald's strategy that pretty much won them the mid-season brawl then. So that's not something we're going to see these days anymore, but again, it gives you a bit of an idea of what's possible. Uther and Brightwing are getting banned out by Wash the Heat, so they definitely want to get rid of supports here. And, well, that also means that at least one of the globals is shut down. Azerite quickly locks in Cassia. And let's see what exactly Wash the Heat has up their sleeves, because it was their map choice. Chili Mountain decided to go for first pick, and now we got the double pick on the other side. And I want to see if they have maybe something different planned for this one, or if it's just like a map that they like to play. I mean, one of the two. As I said, this is a map where you can also go for some curveball plays. I mean, everybody remembers these Abathar Samuro setups, you know, were just nasty as hell. He just raises the structures down, but they go aggressive immediately. Sonya, as we've seen now multiple times, a priority pick as she gets taken in the first rotation for the red team, and Zeratul together with it. And that's Dainu's Zeratul. And I talked about this earlier, but again, I love that we have some of these European Zeratul players back on it. I talked about in a series where Rutsu played. Now that they're back on the European server, these guys can play some of their best heroes, and that is just absolutely awesome. Yeah, it's great that we're going to see that again. So Dainu, one of the OG Zeratools after HTC went down, that really came through with that build as well. Used the Might of the Nerazim together with Tai. Those were the two. Tai kind of leading the path there. But now we got Diva also banned out, but a heavily aggressive setup already as is. And on top of that, we got our setup with Tychus getting banned. Lucio has been claimed again. He, of course, was also buffed a bit by Blizzard and has since then seen even first bans, honestly. Yeah, so he's seen a lot there. But it's party time. Together with the Zeratul, what are they going to mix in for this? I mean, you got Ultralisk on top of it too, right? So you could make this even more aggressive. Masquerade for the front line. Question is what he's going to take here. And Gia on Diablo. I love good Diablo player. It's always fun to see that. He has X-Ray with Stukov and Anubarak. God, good old Anubarak Stukov. The initiation with the noob, getting the stun through. Stukov with the follow-up. Zeratul can jump in and just slice them apart here. That's already a great setup for them. They still have no range damage though. So yeah, they need something here. At least they're going full YOLO, which I don't expect. So Sky Temple, the last two picks for the blue team. Obviously a little bit upset, I suppose, over the last loss, for very good reason. Mako on Dehaka and Banana on Thrall. I guess we're going to see some swaps in the swap phase after the draft. Don't really think they're going to play it out like this. Yeah, Ultralisk then, the last pick, and there's Greymane. Alrighty, we got Greymane back in. Sky Temple, everybody, the game is up. Let's make it happen. Our second map in the best of 5 series. This is the first qualifier for the Masters Clash Heroes of the Storm tournament on the European server, and we're heading into Sky Temple. Wash the Heat against Chili Mountain. Game number 2, Chili Mountain against Wash the Heat. Our Heroes of the Storm match continues with Maka on Thrall. We got Backhult on the left side on Dehaka, Banana H with his Smurf account on Lucio, Gia on Diablo, Azerite on Cassia, and on the right side of the map it is their opponents. Wash the Heat in the lead in this best of 5 with X-Ray on Stukov, Ultralisk on Greymane, Dainu on Zeratul, Dequaza is playing Sonya, and Masquerade is playing Anubarak. Okay, here we go. Let's make it happen. Let's jump in. We got the Trolling Thunder on level 1. The Enhanced Agility is ready as Backhult claws his way into the bush. And this is every single time I see a Dehaka on this map, I'm kind of reminded of this Division 7 Dehaka in Heroes Lounge that had this most epic burrow that you've ever seen in your life. I'm sure that the video is still somewhere on my channel, but oh my god, this just had me in stitches. That thing, best Dehaka burrow that you've ever seen. I mean, kidding of course, but yeah, it was legendary. Either way, I'm sure we're not going to see any kind of plays on that level for Backhult. He connects the drag, but he's immediately swarmed by 4 players, and that dinosaur is dead. He is he is... English is a hard language today. Extinct, there we go, that's the word that I'm looking for. Thank you very much. Extinct again. I was like, distinct? No. Sometimes really, my brain is totally scrambled today. I don't really know why, but I had the same problem in an earlier series where all of a sudden words just got mumbled up together and it was just strange as hell. But anyways, now that we're back in the game and I have my wits together again, at least to an extent, as much as you would ever see them in my end, we have our setup for the red team as they're taking the first siege shines. Blue team is following up on the left side, and it's pretty much all camps taken. 1 minute mark has passed, everybody is going for the camps, starting to start their style here. camp also taken on the top left. Sometimes you'll see a team that just jumps in and tries to invade. We've seen some epic invades with Genji compositions in the past, but not over here. So right now, 5 stacks already towards Zeratul. He's still rotating this out. But the blue team needs a long time to get this camp. I mean, way longer than you would expect. And that allows Wash the Heat to take some of the structures already down with no resistance at all. That's a problem. I mean, it really is. Right now, they are losing way too much. The entire wall has already been destroyed, and that's a problem on Sky Temple. A lot of structures down, great opening for Wash the Heat, way better timing and execution on the camp push, and just a very slow grab on the mercenary camp from their blue team opposition. So that didn't go well for them whatsoever. Now, once that the temples are up, this could become a problem on the top lane, because that fort is now in danger. I mean, heavily in danger. So, top side, that's where we now currently have the blue team still trying to make up for it by pressuring this out too. They still have some remainders of their own camp over here. So there's that. Middle of the map, there's already another camp of, well, the temple announced, of course, another 15 seconds, and we're good to go for this one. Globals will play a huge role, and the Haka is later going to take the top lane so that he can prepare for the second objective at the bottom of the map. But for now, it's the first objective phase. And this is where both of the teams are going to make the first big splash here. Normally we see an exchange between the two temples, but with the damage already taken at the top left, the red team will walk away with a destroyed fort if they play this out like this. And the fight continues, and nobody has started to channel the middle. X-Ray is down, so that's an important kill. Cassia gets it, and now they forced a Quasar off the temple. So Chili Mountain might just have what it takes here to prevent the worst from happening. That fort at the top lane is for now at least fine, but the red team reacts with a potential kill against Gia, who gets body blocked and taken out. Guess what? There's another one that has a problem, and he's called Banana Age. Zeratul says thank you very fucking much, jumps in and gets a double kill. And that is why Dainu on Zeratul is just absolutely terrifying. He doesn't even have a lot of the talents that usually make him so aggressive, but he was able to move in and get 2 kills for them, finished off Diablo and then took the kill against Lucio. Nicely done. With that, they're now easily jumping in for more shots fired up at the top, and that's going to be the end of the fort. The early game is a dream, an absolute dream for Wash the Heat. They give up position in the middle of the map again, but generally, they're doing very well here. The fort at the top is now gone, and in the middle they still have an opportunity to continue the fight and lock in some additional shots, which could definitely happen. I mean, shots are fired already. They're making the play for Dibbles and Gia. They're trying to save him. Zeratul comes in with Sonya, and they get the kills. Dainu is all over the place again. He gets another kill against Lucio. That's his second. 5 kills to 1 in total, and they are murdering this setup. Well done. That, of course, gets a few more shots fired against the Fountain over here, and that's the end of it as well. Big win in the early stage for Wash the Heat. Level ahead, 5 kills ahead, structurally taking a huge leap, and this map attacks, the map objective attacks structures directly, so it's incredibly important that you take structures down from the get-go by not using the objective, and that's exactly what they did with the top wall, and now they are reaping the benefits from that play. They're also half a level away from level 10, so an early level 10 would allow them to break through the wall at the bottom and maybe take the fountain down, which is insane for objective number 2. Another fight comes up, and they go for Diablo again. Gia with 56 souls, a little beefier now. Backhold is low, Gia as well, all of them in trouble, and Zeratul is just jumping around, getting additional damage out, makes a play for Azerite, and they are going to get the kill, aren't they? Yes, they take Cassia down. Fight over here continues, and it is terrifying. There's the level 10. With that, we have the Might of the Narazim. 16,000 damage for Greymane, 12,000 for Zeratul, and they are murdering them. They're absolutely destroying this bot lane right now. They're coming in, taking no prisoner here, and even without the objective, they're able to take the top 4 at the bottom 4 down. Guys, this is insane. That's a massive spanking that Chili Mountain just receives over here. That's the wall taken down, the fort taken down. They go for the boss, the world's their oyster. They're sitting there like, hey, what do we take next? What's left on the map? So this is crazy. This is a crazy Stomp that we're currently witnessing here. As far as Sky Temple goes, I haven't seen a Stomp this hard since Fnatic pulled out the McDonald's strategy and played Chen double support Vala and just simply ended the game with the first boss that they took on level 10. This is insane. Like, they are dominating this so hard, it's not even funny anymore. Level 10 is finally ready on the other side too. Diablo gets pushed towards the other side of the map. Boss is, of course, a very early boss, so it shouldn't really do too much. You can see they're not even defending it because they're saying, hey, that boss doesn't do a lot, so we can simply let it slide. But it will still deal at least a bit of damage. Zeratul is escorting the middle of the map now out. But yeah, Zeratul, Dino is all over the place in this game. I mean, he is having a lot of fun playing Zeratul again. I've been talking about how awesome it is for us to finally see some of the EU players back on the home server with normal ping, playing some of their favorite heroes. But just imagine if you are someone like Dino that hadn't had the chance to play this on the competitive stage for such a long time. It's a completely different story. I mean, I can still remember when Zelia for the first time attended an offline event and played Tracer and was just amazed by the low ping and dissected the opponent's team. There goes the Nubarak though, so the blue team is fighting back, but the kill against Thrall puts them into a pickle again, and that's the end of Cassia. Zeratul might lose to, yes, the minion wave. The heroes are not able to take him down, but the minion wave comes in and drops Dino. Zeratul is dead, but they still stole the camp away and they traded 2 for 2 on kills. They can take the fort in the middle now. There's a big push coming up at the top, and it is nasty as hell. But yeah, I can still remember that. It was honestly, it was Games Convention. It was before HGC, and Zelia played for the first time offline, and he played his Tracer. And after the first game, where he single-handed, like, honestly, it was before the game. Before the first game, he comes up to me and he's like, Khaldor, there's 0 ping here. And like his eyes completely, you know, just like gleaming. And then he played Tracer once in the tournament, destroyed the opponent's team single-handedly, went pretty much 1v5 the entire time. Had the most fun in his entire life, and then for the rest of the tournament, for the remaining 3 days, everybody just insta-banned Tracer against him. It was funny as hell. He was so happy that he could finally play him, and every team just looked at him playing Tracer once without ping, and everybody was like, nope, that's not happening. Another thing that's not happening is the blue team having a good time here. We are talking about 8 minutes, 9 minutes into the game, and the bottom keep is nearly done. That's how tragic this is right now. So, Chili Mountain, they definitely are performing way better over here than they did in the CCL. I mean, they made it into the semifinal against an insanely strong team. But at this point, they are getting slaughtered on this map. Gia on Diablo, that ragdoll gets thrown into another dimension over here. And now with 10 kills to 3, they're pushing through the top. I mean, they don't even need the objective. Who needs the temples firing shots if you can just take everything down with a hero power alone? They are murdering them. Wash the heat. They move through Chili Mountain like hot butter through cheese. They're taking them down hero after hero. It's a massive spanking that we're seeing over here. And I don't know how Chili Mountain could possibly come back into this. They need a bit of a miracle in order to make this work. Because now 10 minutes in, the first keep is already gone. We're going to see pressure through the top lane and Wash the Heat. Unless they're inting at some point, this is pretty much not recoverable. The problem is, of course, if you have such a big lead and you're so far ahead in experience too, there is an underdog bonus for the blue team. So if somehow Chili Mountain comes in and gets a 5-man wipe, they will quickly close that experience gap. It won't change the situation on the map though, and that's the bigger problem. Level 16 talents are now ready, and yeah, this is just getting nasty. Now we have Epicenter as well. Zeratul on top of it has the Master Warblade, and have fun. 29,000 damage for Greymane, 20,000 damage for Zeratul, and they are just crushing this one. Backhold is now up at the top, but how do you come back here? Do you need to soak 2 levels? There's objectives coming up in a few seconds. You can't afford to give them over anyways, or you're going to lose even more keeps. I mean, mid lane, I suppose that the mid temple is not going to be enough to drop the keep here, but they're going to try and go for some kills. The bullet is out. Cocoon has been used right away. Earthquake, big shove coming in, and they're making the play as Lucy commits to the ult, and they get the kill. That's a kill against X-Ray. Nice. That's a baby step into the right direction for Chili Mountain. Okay, they get 1 kill, but Zeratul immediately pushes the mid lane out, and the shots are taken at the bottom of the map. Dequaza is going to deliver the final shots. A second keep gets destroyed, and Zeratul, they're going to try and chase him down. Dino is going for the one-on-one, moves away, slowly, steadily. I think... Don't tell me he really gets out of this one. No way. Dino, okay, he dies. He bought some time for the team, but he dies regardless. They got a couple of shots thanks to all of that action. Sonya is still holding the bottom of the map, easy peasy, and the mid lane gets now heavily destroyed. But again, finally some kills coming in for Chili Mountain, and they are slowly closing the gap in experience. Now they're only a level away from the opponent's score. We got 5 kills of a deficit, half a level until they have their level 16 talent. And they go for the boss. Thanks to the kill against Zeratul, they can pull that off. And they are going to get the boss this time. But Greymane is pushing the top side. Sonya is here. And they're going to just posture, force the Hearthstone on all those blue team heroes so that the boss won't be able to do too much damage. And then they can easily defend against the boss, because the blue team cannot afford to let this one move towards the core. So at the bottom, yes, this one is going to fall. I guess the keep, they're going to be able to hold that. But it's still a bad situation for Chili Mountain to be in. But you know, we have seen crazy things happen in the past. Maybe they can pull something off here. Cassia sitting at 39 stacks. Not really too crazy. We're already 12 minutes in. It's not horrible, but it's nothing to write home about. We have 22 stacks on Anubarak. 30,000 damage by now for Greymane. Top side, yep. The Haka is taking care of it. Camp is taken over here. I mean, they're going pretty much through the steps, through the ABCs here. Just making sure that they are just touching all the bases, you know? Making sure that they're getting whatever they can on the map. And now it's a level 16 versus level 16 fight. They have to force one eventually anyways, and they're trying to do exactly that. It's not quite working out. Cocoon was used. Nice drag. Good drag. Sonya's trying to get out, and they can't make it happen. Was too well played by Diablo and Dehaka. And that's a kill against Sonya. That's exactly how you come back into this game. Another kill against Stukov. Chili Mountain. Hello, team? Do they have a chance? I mean, Zeratul pushed everything back towards the keep again, and they, of course, don't really have a lot of map control. That's the biggest problem for Chili Mountain right now. They don't have a lot of vision. They don't really control the map because the lanes are all pushing against them. But at the same time, they're doing the best they can, and they are honestly doing a lot of damage now. They're slowly catching up in kills, but they suffered so much structural damage previously that a comeback is still difficult. So, we'll see. A couple of steps into the right direction is definitely a good move. If they can take some of those forts down, that would also be a nice move. Down here, Dehaka gets attacked. Dino is just saying, what are you doing to my siege giants? Get away. And Berkult, yeah, tries to connect the tongue, but can't. But they are catching up on him. Yeah. Dodges out on this one. And now he has to jump away. Masquerade is there, helps out with the cocoon. Dino makes it out. Left, right, left. Catch me if you can. And right now the answer is, well, I don't think we can. Top side, not even the fort is down, and Stukov is already trying to get some shots fired against the last remaining keep on the side of Chili Mountain. The one in the middle. And they are likely going to get this. And you can already see that the blue team is heavily pressured. They're saying, guys, we can't just simply exchange temples with them. We're going to lose that way too hard. We have to go top side right now and force them back. And at this point, Wash the Heat, they don't want to fight. They nearly have level 20. Why would they want to fight? They simply rotate down to the bottom of the map. Look at Stukov. He still stays at the top. So if the entire blue team rotates back down again, he's going to be taking some of the shots. So they're trying to play around the opponent right now. All they need is a few more shots to take the keep down, and then they can make their plays. So they are looking really, really good here. Berkult, he might be in trouble. Bit of damage is in, but they're moving away from it. And here's the 5 versus 5. And now they have level 20. Now Wash the Heat is absolutely willing to fight this one. But they lose Zeratul right away. Again, all of a sudden, Chili Mountain is getting the kills that they need early on in these battles. So they get a bit more damage done here. I guess Greymane and Nubarak are now going to the top side and try to collect the shots so that they can destroy the final keep. But it's going to be 20 versus 20. Slowly and steadily, Chili Mountain is taking one kill after another. Triple catapult, someone needs to deal with this though. There's 3 catapults and a 4th one moving in. You won't be able to ignore that. That's just not happening. So there's a camp now taken. Masquerade is checking this out. Up at the top, they're starting to take this. Hello, someone really needs to start dealing with those catapults. Hello, team. Is Dehaka moving back for it? Yes, he is. Dehaka is the one trying to take care of it. I guess the core is not going to take any damage. Maybe a little bit. Can they get another salvo off? Yep, there we go. So a couple of shots fired. They're down to 93% on the core. And here are the last remaining shots. The Haka had to move back, or they would have taken even more damage. Now, that's not going to destroy the key, but it's going to put a little bit more damage onto that bad boy. So now it's even lower. Boss is, by the way, up soon, so that's a huge part of this, all of this now. But let's see. Problem is that Wash the Heat can't really afford to lose more of those team fights. They lost too many heroes lately. They lost in 3 of the fights, early on, one of their heroes, and then they had to retreat. Quest is completed now, also, as you could just see a second ago, for Nuborux. That's great for him. A little bit more HP. But here is the chance to try and go for the boss. And as I said, boss is going to be the big focus point for both of the teams now. You have to keep an eye on it. The blue team makes a play for it. They want it. Red team doesn't do anything with it. So, what are they going to do? They're going to steal the camp away. They're going to let the boss slide. And they try to maybe go for core. Yeah, boss is going to be taken any second. Okay, they're going for the core. Interrupts are already there. And they might be too late. Guys, they might be too late. Core gets attacked. Here's the play. And even with Cocoon, they should be able to make it happen. Oh, one down. They dive over, and that is game. Wash the Heat with a 2-0 lead against Chili Mountain in this best of 5. Nice call and good follow-up. Okay, Towers of Doom, game number 3. We got Wash the Heat against Chili Mountain. And you kinda have to feel sorry a bit for Chili Mountain. In the first map, they tried to go for the core push and lost. 2% were left. And now on the second map, Wash the Heat not only gave them a bit of an ass kicking, but also went for the core push, didn't even bother fighting, going for a team fight, going for the boss, and simply went core. And they made it happen. So that is a little bit annoying. Either way, with one more win, Wash the Heat would lock in a participation slot in the grand final, whereas Chili Mountain would drop down into the third place decider, try to gain a few more points for those standings to participate in a potential Mercy tournament. Zeratul gets banned, and there's the Medivh ban. I was just about to say, let's see if they ban Medivh too, or if he's going to be playing a role in this game. And there's Chromie. So at least when it comes to the bans and the early picks, they're super quick. Nobody wants to go up against Hogger. The Uther setup is a bit annoying. We have also Zeratul after the performance of Dino getting banned right away. And that forces the hand of Wash the Heat as they need to lock down a Medivh ban if they don't want to go up against him. So now things, the stage is pretty much set. You still have your Diva now set in. We have also Masquerade on Johanna. Can always follow up with a Blessed Shield here. Depends a little bit on which support is going to be taken on the side of Chili Mountain. As explained in the past, one of the things that we saw a lot actually against Ana players in particular was Jojo with Falling Sword. You can put a lot of pressure onto the backline if you do that, and after level 20 in those big team fights you get a lot of cooldown reduction and you can just hop around the fights very, very easily. But we get the Stukov pick. So Banana H is this time playing Stukov, and this is gonna get interesting because Chromie could go for Temporal Loop again. We've seen it a few times already. This is another map where you can also really play nicely around slowing sand, so you have both options. Depends a bit on what kind of style of damage you're looking for and how you want to take the targets down. Even Blaze with the Jet Propulsion stun can help Stukov to set up a good lurking arm, especially since that build is now so dominant after Blizzard buffed the level 1 lurking arm talent as well. We're now oftentimes seeing the level 1, 7 and the 13 adjusted to it. Not only the level 13 talent for the lockdown, but also the growing infestation then a little bit later on. So yeah, a lot of that actually pretty solid here. And well, there we go. We got Diablo banned, we got Tigers also banned, so that's good. And on the other side, what are we going to get for our picks now on the red team side? Because they still need the damage. And Ultralisk, he's the one that we kind of have to have an eye on. So we need to make sure that Ultralisk, what he's going to get, could get a Kerrigan. I mean, earlier she was even banned out. I don't know if they want to play that aggressive though. Nah, Liming. Okay, Liming is here, awesome. Yeah, and with that we got X-Ray on Ana. We got Li Ming, so we're going to see some boosting happening in this game. And the final 2 picks for Make and his boys. So, yep, there we go. Make and Gia are the last one that still need a hero here. And it's party time. False stat again for Make and Sonya. Yeah, she's a little bit late right now. On top of that, we get Dino as our last pick. Let's see if they're throwing a little bit of a curveball out of this one. what we're gonna get. Game number 3. We had 2 amazing games already. I mean, 2 core plays in a core play from actually both teams, yeah, in the last 2 games. So pretty aggressive styles. And now Towers of Doom, as it could be the last map in the semifinal, as Dainu goes for Genji. There we go. Alright guys, let's make it happen. Game on. Towers of Doom, Chili Mountain against Wash the Heat. Game number 3, Chili Mountain, everybody, against Wash the Heat right now. On the left side of the map, in our 3rd map, we got Chili Mountain with Mako and Falstad going for the auto attack build. Again, we got Banana H with his Stukov. Azerite on Chromie, Backhold on Sonya, and we got Gia on Blaze. Here we go. On the right side of the map, though, Wash the Heat with another Nano Boost combo. So Ultralis is going to be the benefactor of this as he plays Li Ming. We have Dino on Genji, who technically could also get boosted here, especially if he tries to make some plays with Dragon Blade over the X-Strike. X-Ray on Ana, Masquerade on Jojo, and Dequaza is playing good old Diva. They played some great games. It's honestly really surprising of how well they played here. I personally expected a 5-map out of the series. Maybe 5 maps is a little bit optimistic, but I really thought this is at least going to be 4 maps. And we had some great games, especially in game number 1. But oh boy, did Wash the Heat bring in the plays on game number 2. That Sky Temple game, at least the initial ones, was incredible. Now that we're looking at our Towers of Doom match, on the other hand, there's a chance for Wash the Heat to secure themselves a spot in the grand final. Very, very early on. And let's see if they can. By the way, this is here the opening again into the newly changed build on Stukov. So Blizzard changed the low blow a little bit as a talent, and that now immediately triggered most of the players that play Stukov to go for low blow on level 1, go for the growing infestation on level 7, and of course the standard virulent infection then on 13, and puts the focus a little bit differently on the way that you're playing around the lurking arm with Stukov. So there's that. In the meantime, we got Berkult riding on the money pick in the middle of the map. They're trying to go for a bit of an invade, but the red team was too quick and locked in their own camp. So even exchange just now. But they've been aggressive from the start, and Dino had a lot of fun playing as Zeratul on the last map. So since Zeratul was instantly banned by Chili Mountain in this particular draft, it seems like the gameplay is just get him on another mobile, agile hero and see what he can pull off. Yeah, he's waiting in the flank already, hoping for a play there, going up against Make, who likely will also adjust his build a little bit. I mean, given what he's up against, he would be well advised to spec also slightly into the Lightning Rod over here, especially with the level 4 talent. But he goes Hammer Gains. Okay. I expected him to go for the shield, didn't though. So he needs to be careful, because if Dino jumps on him later on, that's a lot of damage. The bird needs to be careful there. Talking about being careful, that's a good engage. Goodbye, Ana. Yeah, that was an easy one. Immediate engage into the bush, and that is a hit that Ana, yeah, focuses her down way too much, and that's at least a kill against the support. They're trying to go for the pilot now as well, but Dequaza makes it out. Dino is a little bit low, plays it still out with some poking as he gets the shurikens connected, trying to take Gia down here. But the blue team is at least in the opening of the game looking a little bit more solid. They got the kill, they get the camp at the top side, they defended their own earlier on, they were trying to play a bit more aggressive too. And with the triple altar phase now coming up, there's of course the opportunity to see if maybe they can make a play for the double altar, which at the end of the day you want to do. Very rarely do you walk away with 3 of the altars. I mean, honestly, the only game that I know where that ever happened on the competitive level was that EU versus an A game. Ever since then it's been a meme, but I haven't really seen it again, so there's that. So the shots are currently fired by both, but as usual, the fight over the one at the bottom of the map is now going to start up. And with a nice interrupt, looked for a second that Stukov might just be able to lock it out, but X-Ray interrupted again. Falset is now flying in too, chasing Genji away immediately. So Genji has to jump out here. And here we go. Party continues as both of them are poking around the altar. The channels are happening on both sides, but only one team sports the early level 7 talent. Has a slight advantage now, but here comes Wash the Heat picking up the extra talent for themselves. They are already taking a bit of a beating at the front line though, so despite all the damage that Li Ming starts to dish out here, that's an issue. There's the explosion on the other hand. Spear misses, and Dino is Hearthin back. Everybody is eager to lock the last one in. 22 stacks for Shuriken Quest on level 4 for Genji. We also now have, of course, Calamity in, which is going to be quite helpful. And now they finally control the space well enough that Banana Age can get the channel out. And that's them. In total, 8 points off the red team score. In the meantime, all of the pumpkins have respawned on the map. And as you can tell, this immediately puts us in a position where both of them moved in to claim it right away. They all went for their own camp. Nobody tried to invade the other side and tried to make some kind of play for this. We have now 1 kill against 0. Zeratul still waiting here at the side, running straight into Make, or the other way around. Level 10 abilities on there, but what a beautiful engage again. Honestly, Gia is like a homing missile that tries to take Ana down. Yeah, he has a bit of a granny affinity apparently. That Blaze boy is moving in and dropping targets. That's the second time that we said a perfect jet propulsion from him onto Ana and then takes her down with the help of Chromie. Nicely done. Yeah, really, really well played here by them. And that opens the bot lane up. They took now the wall down. Backhold is all the way alone up at the top, but I don't really think that the two of them are going to be able to take him down here. With a bit of spin to win, Backhold should be able to make it out. Yeah, they're dropping him out. Alright, Backhold. He's gonna get away. Yeah, he's able to walk away here. Jojo, on the other hand, in the middle. Oh, that's a problem. And that is gonna be a kill. Goodbye, Johanna. Level 10 was ready, and that's the temporal loop. I hinted at it during the draft. And yeah, they are just rocking this one. Very, very different game from what we've seen so far. Chili Mountain, all of a sudden, the dominant force in this game on this third map. And if this trend continues, then I guess we're gonna get at least the 4th map out of this series. So yeah, me likey. They are definitely stepping it up a little bit compared to the second map. They didn't really play bad or anything in game 1 either. I mean, they fell behind early on, but the comeback was there. They just couldn't really win the game though. But right now, if you look at what's happening, now that level 10 is finally in, that's another 5 shots fired since they also got the bell tower control. Top side, we have Genji and D.Va trying to repay the favor. But at the bottom of the map, they are now holding onto that bell tower as much as they can. Or at least that's the game plan. Now it's level 10 abilities now on both sides, of course. Fallside is coming in and is trying to take this one out as well. Marker, easy, jumps away. But they try just to make a play for Backhold, who waited with the whirlwind. And there's even a Mighty Gust. Yeah, pushing all of them back. If that Blessed Shield comes out and connects, then they're going to be dead. So that was nicely done here. That was honestly quite well played. But yeah, let's have a little bit of a look at what Blaze is going to do down here. Because at this point, it seems like the red team has just said, guys, we need to be a bit more aggressive here. And they are looking for ganks on those side lanes. They haven't really found it, but it was a good disengage from Falstad too. If he doesn't use the Gust there, then it's a kill against Sonya, for sure. But yeah, down at the bottom of the map. Alright, off we go. Blessed Shield is out, and the quick connect. Gia gets attacked, bunkers up, but he is low and he's in trouble. They're trying to save him. The nano boost on Ultralis. Very, very quick move. Instant call, and then bam, they're all there collapsing onto Blaze. He delays it a bit with the bunker, but that was just no way for him to get out of there. The growing infestation, I mean, Sugar was doing what he can, but now that they took Blaze down, they have a chance to take that bell tower at the bottom of the map back. Nicely done. 3 kills to 1 now. Well played. Top side. Yeah, they're fighting for the next bell tower here. The altar is also now spawning on the map. That's a single one that we're talking about right now. The damage output, 13,000 for Genji. Knocking at the 14. We got 16k for Falstad, who in hero damage is currently taking the cake. His 13 is going to be hugely impactful, since Giant Killer is going to be nice for him. Obviously, he needs to play around the blind a bit on Jojo, but as long as he connects the auto attacks, it's going to be Gucci. Camp gets taken. They're trying to go for the channel, and, well, it's too late. Yeah, didn't have the cooldown ready, so the shots are fired. 23 points against 36. Still a bit of a chase at the bottom of the map. Not successful so far, but there's a level 13 talents on both sides. Illusionist is going to be great for Li Ming. We have the Giant Killer as a combo. Blessed Shield, X-Strike. They're trying to go for the kill, but a nice Gust from Marcus saves him for now. Genji goes down. Gust also isolating him a bit right at the front line here, as he was X-striking in when the Gust was played. So, yep, that was pretty neat. And they are now having another chance to go for the bell tower at the bottom of the map. Now there's Ultralisk, of course, to consider. You need to be careful. If he lands the combo and gets the reset, he's going to do big, big damage over here. They're starting to make the plays again. Yeah, 13 to 13. Diva's moving in as well. Falstad already on his way straight back into the middle for the extra experience, thanks to the boomerang that he has on level 7. Level 16 talents are now in too. And it is getting kind of nasty. Yep. So right now, they're going to grab this one. Chromie locks it in. She just has too much range. She has too much range right here. But there's a rotation coming in from the middle. Yeah, we're trying to flank them, so they let it slide for now. But as soon as oh, Blessed Shield also. Barely dodged. That would have been potentially the end of her. But still, Chromie is going to get that bell tower at the bottom converted. If Azurai just gets in range once, all he has to do is connect one Dragon's Breath, and that's pretty much it. So, yeah, not much more. Everybody else, what do we see here? There's a bit of a move. Quasar is starting to move in. Yeah, bottom of the map, do they go for a single exchange? It seems like the blue team is willing to give the bottom altar up, but now that I say it, Blaze is positioning himself a bit more aggressively and trying to get the interrupt there. Yeah, X-Ray, Sleep Dart, connects it. Okay, can they follow up? Swift Strike, Gia low, Gust is out, Nano Boost is in, Bunker has been used, Big Shove getting the explosion out of the way. And they're keeping everybody alive, at least for now. Falstad is starting to move into the middle of the map for the channel. At the bottom of the map, Chromie is interrupting again. But the channel went through over here. The fight is still on. 32 points against 23 right now. They're starting to make the plays again. Okay, so over here, there's the quick channel down at the bottom of the map. Camps, Pumpkins taken out. They're trying to go for Dino, and he slides away. Swift strikes out. Jumps over the wall and is back with the rest of the team trying to set up the attack, but at the bottom of the map, Gia gets attacked again. Big connect, big jet propulsion. Barely Ultralisk able to move out, but Quasar, oh, Anna keeps him alive, and there's the kill. Easy kills right there. Nicely done. Okay, so with that, what do we have? We have 5 kills to 2. They're looking great. Another jet propulsion connects beautifully with Li Ming, and that is an easy kill. Falstad kept alive by the Gust. Jojo's trying to close the gap and finish him off. She can't either. Dino has the nano boost. Marke needs to be careful here, and it is getting absolutely nasty in this game. Kill after kill, 6 to 2 now, 28 points to 23. Things are looking quite fun here. Yeah, blue team is fighting as much as they can to maintain a chance of winning this series and moving on to the grand final. I mean, this is getting crazy. And all of this was, by the way, without a level 16 talent for Wash the Heat. Just pointing this out again. They won a lot in that last battle, and they didn't have level 16 talents either. Now that they do have those, it's going to be a much more even playing field. 26,000 damage nearly for Genji. 30,000 for Falstad, top damage dealer for the blue team right now. And they're going for the boss too. Going for the final cut over here. Ask any Dignitas player and they will have a very, very fond memories of that talent. Not. Yeah, but there's the boss. Boss gets taken and they go for the top bell tower. So they get a 2-for-1 here. What is this? Walmart special or what's going on here? They get the boss and they get the top bell tower. Now the bottom of the map got also taken, so there's at least an exchange. But that's still a winning gamble for Wash the Heat. They got a bit more out of that little play. And now it's 23 points to 23 points on the core too, because the Pumpkins connected with the core as well. So yeah, that adds up on it too. And they're not even fighting for the bottom. They're just saying, guys, if you want to take that bottom belter, that altar, I mean, be our guest. We don't care. Then we're going to take the top too. Falstad, of course, has this global, so that's the bad news. It's going to channel the bot lane, and then it's going to make his way at the top. Yep, channel is also about to start any moment now, but we are dead even at this point. Slight experience lead for the blue team. Again, the bunker. Honestly, it is insane how they are focusing on Gia here. They really like to take him down. He wants the jet propulsion, doesn't get it. The Mighty Gust comes out as Marke is going into the fight again. Backhold is already a little bit low, and here comes the Swift Strike as Dino takes Sonya down. Explosion to zone them out a little bit. They're going for the channel. Falstad is coming in, wants to make the play for Genji. Has to be careful around it. The shots are fired at the bottom as the Pumpkins make it through the map. 19 points to 16 on the core now. Teams are losing bell towers and pumpkin shots all over the place. The 20 for Chromie is already ready, and they are starting to make the play for the bell tower, for the altar at the top left once more. All over the place right now. Dino sitting at the side waiting for the next quick hit here. And here comes the play. Another move for Dequaza. Yeah, he's out of the mech already. They're moving in at the bottom. Banana H in trouble. Stukov is low. And Blaze is dead. So is False dead. Anna is down too. People are dying all over the place. Turning Towers of Doom into a graveyard. Dino is able to get the channel for the team. And the 4 shots are fired towards the core of Chili Mountain. 15 to 16. It is getting super close here. Ultralisk is now moving down to the bottom of the map in an attempt to retake the bell tower. The same is happening at the top right as we have Sonya just barreling down on the bell tower, trying to reconvert it, and a bit of a defense even being set up down here. But they're diving it. They don't give a shit. They dive it. Ultralisk is insanely low, but he's making his way out, getting locked into a mage battle with Chromie, moving away again, and both of them are gonna die. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. There's the first one. Ultralisk moves away again. Chromie can't get the kill. Both down, and now they make the play for the bell tower. Insane setup down at the bottom of the map. Check this one out. Ultralisk just dashing around. They get the kill on Stukov. Another couple of hits are in. Chromie dies. They take the bell tower, and at the same time, topside Berghult is now also claiming another one. 4 to 4 points. Level 20 is in. They're trying to get more damage done at the bottom of the map as they're moving in with the momentum that they just bought themselves. 26 seconds until they're back. It's getting nuts. Absolutely nuts over here. Top side, they're trying to go for the camp in the middle of the map. Blaze has pushed it out a little bit too. Level 20 talents are now ready for both of the teams, but there is still a bell tower advantage for Wash the Heat. And they have the Pumpkins moving through the bottom of the map. It's 6 in total. 6 Pumpkins are coming in, and at the same time the altars are activating. The blue team doesn't have enough time to deal with both. They either have to set up less heroes at the top side or just allow for some of the Pumpkins to make it through. Falset is trying to take them down. He needs a bit of time. They're going to get the channel on the right side. The Quasar has started it up, but that allows an opportunity to move to the left and try and make a play here. 5 bell towers to 3 right now. Here's the shots fired. Bam! 5 connected, down to 10 points. 10 to 16. Falset defeats the last few Pumpkins at the bottom of the map before he can fly up top. And over here, they're trying a channel. But of course, Chromie, she has the range. Azurite is coming in, gets attacked immediately. Dino is there. Dino is ready. Trying to go for the X-Strike, dodging out on most of it. He wants to kill on Chromie, and he can't get it. But they go for the bird, and thanks to Jojo and her blessed shield, they get the kill on Marker. 1 down, they move in for Gia. He still has the bunker, could use it, and is forced to do so. The channel at the top is possible. Azurite, is he going to make the play for Ultralisk? 1 hit, and he moves out. The rest of the team is busy in the middle. Boss should be up soon as well. 17 seconds. Technically, you could try to make even a play for game here. I mean, it doesn't quite add up for them, but they could drop the blue team now so incredibly low. 30 seconds until Falset is back to business. And the party continues. Jumping up, Chromie is in a bit of trouble, gets the interrupt against X-Ray though. But Dino puts more pressure onto Azurite. A lot of pressure over here. Again, moving in for the interrupt. They're going for Dino. X-Ray cancels it out. He zips away, but they're low. And X-Ray is about to die. X-Ray goes down. 4 versus 5, and Chili Mountain wins it. Chili Mountain wins the 4 versus 5, but they lost the altar. They lost the altar. It's 16 to 5 points. And now, of course, the blue team has to go for boss. They need to remove it as quickly as they can. And I don't think that Wash the Heat is really going to fight for it. They're going to lose 4 points on their own core. But it's only 5 remaining for the blue team. It's another nail biter, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the potential last map over here. And it is getting nasty. 5 kills to 12. Quest completed for Falstad. He's at 47 stacks now. 39,000 damage for him. Chromie has taken the top damage numbers for the team with a 50,000 and 48k for Genji. Action is still in. Yeah, and Anna is soon going to be back. She was a little bit far out there and got punished for the positioning, but they collapse onto Jojo, and that's the kill. A gust straight into the death zone. X-Strike, Spear Connect, jump over, and that's the end of Genji. Genji is dead too. Pumpkins make it over, but they get stopped by Banana H. And all of a sudden, Wash the Heat is falling apart in this late game. 12 points against 5. They need to get the 5-man back to business, or they're going to be in a world of pain here. Fawcett is trying to reclaim the bell tower at the bottom left, and it's a single altar. That's shimmer of light on the horizon here, the light at the end of the tunnel for Wash the Heat, considering that they lost even more heroes now. This altar is going to be channeled, but it's only going to be 4 shots. Are they going to try to convert this? Are they waiting this out? Yeah, he cancels. Banana H cancels. They're going to get 5 shots fired. It's going to be 5-7. 5-7 points, but up at the top it seems that the bell tower is going to be taken too. Yeah, but the timing is going to work out for them. Timing is going to work out for them without a problem. Bell tower conversion is in. There's the channel. They're going to grab this one, and that's going to be 5-7 points on the core. Bell tower gets taken though. Top side is up. 5 points to 7. And more pumpkins are making in. But guys, these pumpkins, 1 shot, 5-6, and 5-4 points. Uh-oh. Yeah, what a crazy game here once again. Every single one of these games was just incredible. And now we have another one that could be a total highlight here. They're trying to retake the bell tower at the bottom. It's a double altar that comes up next. If that bell tower is taken by Wash the Heat, it means that a single altar channel cannot win the game for Chili Mountain. But a single altar channel would win the game for Wash the Heat. So getting that one bell tower is incredibly important right now. If you can take it, you're going to be in a great spot. So that's why they're really trying to whittle the hit points down here. Or they can take the one in the middle. I mean, either one is fine. They need another bell tower. And ideally you take the one at the bottom of the map so that you have an easier move in. Yeah, the damage gets dished out, and that bell tower is eating a lot of it. But can he take it? Can Dino take this? Objective hasn't been announced yet, and also keep in mind that at the top, if this one gets reclaimed, for example, as Fawcett makes a move over there, that's also a different story. Another 29 seconds. This is nasty. This is dangerous. Wash the Heat is very close to losing a game here. A single channel with Mighty Gust up? Are you kidding me? That's definitely possible. That's a turnaround opportunity right here. They let it go. They realize they can't take it, so they're moving into the middle instead. They're already getting slowed down, and yeah, he's gonna take it. Alright, goes for false tattoo. There's Ultralisk, tries to set a combo up, but can't. And now, how much time can you buy? 5-3. 5-3. Wash the Heat can end the game. Chili Mountain can't. Not with a single altar. There's already the damage dish out. Sonya in trouble. The Wind Tunnel. Wind Tunnel is in. Genji is at the bottom of the map right now. Got pushed away as well. Stukov already going for the ult here, and they are still playing this one out. 5 bell towers to 3. The game is on. Falstead thinking about moving down to the bottom of the map to channel the altar there, but Genji already has his number and is waiting for a chance to drop some damage onto him for free, and they are fighting this one out. Good lockdown attempt against Jojo. More damage on Make. Nicely done here. X-Ray in the back. Looking for his position right now. He had problems in the last fight, was way too far out, but right now he finds himself always in the bush, hiding as much as he can. Dino at the bottom is trying to sneak it in. Sneaks this one, or at least attempts to, and has to fall back again. Lightning Rod is out. Fight in the middle is also still continuing. The Jet Propulsion is in as they're trying to make the play for Johanna. And she gets the shield out. Down here, the play. The Dwarf goes up against Dino. And Dino is low. Dino is really low. Slides away, jumps out. He needs some assist. And X is away and gets some heals. The explosion on Diva. The pilot is in trouble. So is Jojo. Anna with the big heals here, keeping the hopes and dreams of the team alive. And Chromie, that sneaky little gnome, is moving down to the bottom of the map for the channel. If they get both, they win the game. If they get both, they win the game. The 3 shots are fired. They're down to a single point on the core. And the pumpkins at the bot lane are also making it through. Blue team, red team needs a kill. Red team needs a kill. Blue team just needs a little bit of time. Chromie is at the bottom. That's victory. That's victory right there. They're taking it. That's game. That's game. It's over. It's over. The pumpkins make it through. And that is a win for Chili Mountain. We are heading to game 4, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Tomb of the Spider Queen, game number 4. The Heroes of the Storm series at hand continues, our semi-final for the Masters Clash. And now it is time to see if maybe Chili Mountain can lock another victory in. Reverse sweep would be insane. It was a cool game. Tomb of the Spider Queen is awesome, but let's face it, Towers of Doom is just always such a huge highlight. Now we're heading into a horror ban. I assume that we're going to still see Medivh and Zeratul at least taken away, so oftentimes in those series you see certain ban patterns emerge after you go up against something on the other side that you just simply don't want to face off against. The situation has of course slightly changed, since now we have a first pick spot for Wash the Heat, so yeah, they're going to have the first pick. And Medivh gets therefore immediately banned out by Chili Mountain this time. But you have technically still a chance to go maybe into a Zeratul. I don't even think they're going to ban it out here. We have first of all Jojo banned, so not going to have the additional wave clear for this. And let's see, what is the final ban for the initial phase? What are they going to go with that? They're thinking about it, and you know it too. Do we ban Zeratul? There's so much other stuff that you also want to get rid of after the last couple of games, of course, but Zeratul had a huge impact in the previous game, so you have to think about it at least. But no, they're not going for it. So Uther gets banned again, and therefore we have a chance for Dainu to maybe lock in Zeratul on the second rotation. They're not going to lock him in as the first pick, that's not going to happen. But Chromie gets taken first, and I don't really think that we're going to see a Zeratul on the blue team side. I just don't believe that they're going to play anything like it. So there is a chance that Dainu locks that in for himself. But again, from a priority perspective, I'm not quite sure whether they're going to pick it as another ban coming through, and if they don't take it there, Zeratul might come in as a surprise towards the end, but it's always something that's on the mind of Chili Mountain. So yeah, Tigers comes in first, we have Stukov too, so Banana Age still sticks it out with the Admiral here. Tigers marking good damage out of it, he can push with Odin, so that's also going to be pretty crazy for them. But how do you kind of play that right now? So what do they go for? They still need some wave clear. They don't really have a whole lot. You can poke with Chromie from a distance, but you would like to have a hero that can also chip in on the wave clear. That could be Zeratul, but if you're looking for range damage, it will be something else here. Masquerade might be even going for Diablo in this way. Cassia gets now taken. That also picks it away a little bit here. For now, Dainu could swap as well. Dequaza on Sonya for now. And, well, let's see what we're going to get for the bans. I mean, the stage is pretty much set. You have the Sonya set up again. She's more or less a part of every single draft right now. Cassia is, of course, even after the small nerfs that she received, insanely powerful. Chromie had a huge impact with the poke in the last game, and that's going to continue. There's the Ana ban in this case, so they move X-Ray away from that. He could still go for Deckard Cain if he wanted, for example, just name one hero that he might lock in. But again, I'm also questioning what we're going to see from Masquerade at this point, honestly. I want to see what the main tank is going to be like. He played so many great Diablo games too. I would really love to see him on Dibbles again. Tomb of the Spider Queen is a map where you can make that work. Question just is he going to do that, yes or no? I mean, for now, we are going to see the ban come in, the last one, and that's actually, they ban out Diablo, okay? They don't want to go up against him. Yeah, picking Diablo into Tigers is also always a little bit tricky. I mean, again, it's not like we haven't seen that before, but I suppose if you have a choice, you're not going to make that play. So they're banning a lot of the main tanks too. I mean, they initially annihilated the possibility of a Jojo pick, and now they also took Dibbles away. But what else? Honestly, for Chili Mountain, we haven't seen a Varian in a while, and there he is, Varian and Malthael. I like that. That's a combo that we've discussed a lot in the past few weeks. Varian is now, after the buffs, stronger, so now he is more tanky and can actually be played as a main tank here. And that allows him to come in with the taunt, allow for Stukov follow-up, Tychus and Malthael. So the killer combo is there. You see all the pieces are there. You can set this up. Now, you need to somehow disrupt that, and that's where X-Ray is asked, and he goes for Anduin for exactly that reason, because with Anduin he can pull the target away with the Leap of Faith. Once that he has the Glyph of Faith on level 20, that's even more so possible. It's going to be a cooldown battle between the two of them. But yeah, Anduin is going up against Daddy, finally trying to defeat that Daddy complex that he has and proving the world that he's useful. He's not. But Varian is in the game to kick some ass. Carrigan as the last pick, and there we go. Nice, I like it. Awesome compositions for the two teams. That's a cool draft for Tomb of the Spider Queen. This is going to be fun. A lot of CC on the side of Chili Mountain. The counter plays with Anduin. And with all the banter and Anduin hate here, he's still a fun character and has a lot of cool abilities. And he will have to play on point to dodge out on all of this. Let's jump in. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Game number 4, Chili Mountain against Wash the Heat. More Heroes of the Storm between our two teams in the semifinal of the Masters Clash qualifier number 1. Macke on Tychus. We got Banana H on Stukov, Azerite on Carrigan, Backhult and Malthael, and Gia on Varian. They go for the killer combo. Taunt into the bigger they are, into Stukov, Lockdown and Silence, plus Backhult with the last rights as an option, and Carrigan with even more stuns. Sniper composition, whereas on the other side, X-Ray, he will have to work overtime here in order to save the targets with his Anduin plays. Dequaza is playing Sonya, Masquerade on Mei, another one that can try and CC the opponent's team a little bit. Chromie played by Ultralisk, and Dino is again on Cassia, and he's gonna be stacking, stacking, and stacking. He's the Stack Master 2000. Some insane numbers that he usually brings to the table here. So let's see if he can do that once again. But that's, of course, the opportunity for Chili Mountain to maybe come in and take this victory, force game number 5, and work on a reverse sweep. It would be kind of amazing if they would be able to pull this one off. They're going to be aggressive throughout the entire game with the composition that they're playing here. But Wash the Heat's draft isn't all that bad either. I mean, they have a couple of tools where they can really try and play against all of this. They need to put some pressure on. They need to keep Anduin in a good position so that X-Ray can save the targets whenever the taunt comes through. But yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting game, I think. Already Masquerade needs to be saved here. Was a little bit too deep. And Azerite, of course, with his Carrigan, will try and get that lockdown. Time and time again, whenever he comes in with a combo. Gia can help him out, set it up with a taunt, and then allow Azerite to get this much, much easier. I mean, there is so much combo potential here. It is scary. It is really scary. Now we got 11 stacks already for Cassia, so far a good opening into the game. The damage output will be heavily significant. I mean, it's Chromie, of course, also, that also dishes a lot of this one out. Masquerade is still in the middle, so nobody's currently helping Dequaza, and he falls back down to the bottom. Doesn't want to run into a Carrigan composition, and well done with this. X-Ray is now coming through to help out a bit as well. Over here towards the top, Dino, careful, gets attacked right away, and that's the end of Cassia. I think. Maybe not. Haha, that's the grenade. Yeah, nicely done. Now instead, at the bottom of the map, we're having the Siege Giants claimed by Wash the Heat. But yes, it was just a second that was missing, or Dino would have been able to move straight onto his mount and move out of harm's way. That didn't really work out though. And now we have the taunt, of course, ready, and the bigger they are locked in for Tychus. Exactly as you would expect it here. And it is gonna be kind of fun to see how exactly Wash the Heat plays around this. So yeah, over here, Sonya, by the way, down here in trouble. So Dequaza is barely making it out. Got ganked up again once more, as the rest of the blue team is trying to go for their own camp. At the top side, what else are we gonna get? Masquerade himself gets attacked. Gem count 28 to 31. Not really a big difference in the gems or anything. They're still waiting to time this one. And of course the whole idea is to get into a position where the opponent's camp pushes in so that you are in tower range, and then you can defend with your own. Dequaza has to be saved again by X-Ray, and he pulled him over the wall even. So yeah, good on him. But you can see that the aggression is coming from the blue team mainly. The blue team is the one that is looking for targets. They're hunting. They're really just like sitting there and saying, okay, who can we kill? Where can we come in to get the kill, to get the drop on someone, lock these stuns in? Whereas for Wash the Heat, it's more about like, hey, try and play safe for now, try and buy some time, scale up, get into the later stages. But yeah, they are invading heavily right now, which also is going to make it really difficult for Dino to stack. So that's another nice side effect for the blue team, that it's going to be much, much harder for Dino to get proper stacks together for his Cassia. Now he's getting a few at least up at the top against Macke, but there's the combo attempt and the taunt, and that's a kill. Yep. Combo plus taunt, easy setups, no chance, too much CC, and a big problem. So that's kill number 2 right now. And this game is pretty much going as expected. Some counter damage against Carrigan, But right now, Wash the Heat, they need to buy some time. They have a team that definitely can make this work, but they need to scale into the late game a little bit further. And especially around level 4, level 7, this is usually where the combo for Chili Mountain is amongst the strongest, since Varian has already access to his taunt, but nobody else has big access there either. The skating away is now, for example, in. We also got the cold front at the same time. Varian is, of course, still attempting to play this out topside. And yeah, it's all about the turn-ins now, and it's difficult for the red team to make an approach towards the turn-in position. With 44 gems already delivered, they get the kill against Kerrigan. That was a good lockdown too. CC for days, baby. Kerrigan just got locked down harder than California. Easy kill for Wash the Heat, and that allows them to deliver a few of their gems as well. Gia is coming out with another big taunt over here. And every single time I see Varian in action with some nice taunts, I'm reminded again that I want to have extra voice lines in this game. I mean, again, wouldn't you guys open the wallet to finally know how Varian taunts the opponent's heroes? Your mama is so fat that One Punch Man has to punch twice. I mean, whatever it is, it apparently makes people really, really angry, so you can learn something there. My wallet is ready. Blizzard, if you ever put those voice lines in, I'm here for you. Anyways, the blue Web Weavers are going to come down first, as we have the fight over towards Kerrigan. Can they get that kill? X-Ray, low! Oh! Kerrigan is dead. And, well, that is bad news for the blue team, because not only does Kerrigan fall, but we also have the death of Stukov, and that now leaves us in a situation where with the Web Weavers on the map, there's only 3 heroes that can push with her, and that is just absolutely crazy. That is a Web Weaver wave that shouldn't be doing a whole lot of damage, and I don't know. That's annoying as hell. You finally deliver your gems and then you lose 2 heroes the next second. So that's just absolutely horrible. Either way, down at the bottom of the map, Dequaza is currently sitting tight. We have still in the middle of the map the Web Weaver defeated. At the top, they're already working with it. That's a big engage that they're looking for here. Yeah, skating away. Masquerade, 42 gems. Can't lose him. May needs to get out of this fight. Level 10 abilities are ready on both, and it gives us even more CC with the Ultra list that they now have. So, yeah. That turn-in didn't do anything. That was a great double kill. That came at the perfect moment in time. They're trying to go for Gia again. Varian is still trying to turn this around with another taunt. And there's the Kerrigan combo against 2. There's so much CC. Oh my god, they're going for Masquerade. And he goes down the last rights. It's a triple kill, everybody. Triple kill. And Chromie drops Kerrigan, but that's a ton of gems that were also lost. Look at this. What a slaughter. Everybody jumping in on this one. Mad amount of damage in that situation. And then, as you can see, the red team just falls apart. They couldn't sustain themselves through this fight. They lose 3 heroes. Dainu is stacking as best he can. Oh, that's trouble for Chromie now as well. Chromie is in trouble, gets slapped around, and enjoys every second of it. Yeah, you know it, my friend. So, 6 kills to 4. Chromie is dead. 11 to 11. And at the bottom of the map, Malthael has taken the camp. It is a spicy game. A lot of aggression over here. A lot of action. The problem really is that most of the gems were lost on the side of Wash the Heat. They lost a ton of gems there. I mean, it's right now 46 gems to 31. But still, they already turned a few more in, and it is getting nasty. Now, they can still try and get some kills here, but there's also an experience lead for the blue team that will get them the early level 13 talents. So that's another one. And, well, here we go. There's the turn-in, and that's the second blue Web Weaver wave. There's 2 turn-ins in a row. 2 turn-ins in a row that they just got now. And this time, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to defend this one. Especially with the taunt. But Anduin, yeah, Anduin making the play, pissing his daddy off once again. Not really a happy ending there for the blue team. They didn't get the kill against May. That would, of course, been the perfect opportunity and the perfect timing too. And talking about killing May, Masquerade is again up at the front, taking the brunt of the damage. So right now, there's the top lane that is under pressure at the bottom of the map. Sonya is doing her thing. 13 talents are ready, so you want to play this a bit slow. The growing infestation is now getting empowered by the virulent reaction. We have also the chrysalis for Carrigan, but at the bottom of the map it seems like this one is gonna fall. Maybe not, maybe they can save it now that everybody is moving down to defend, but there's a taunt. Alright, one stack on Malthael, of course. Backward gets zoned out a little bit in order to deny all those plays. We, by the way, now have seen the ice wall. Okay, so the ice wall is now played by Mei. Trying to check that. And, well, let's see. They're defending. It's 1-4 down. Two web weaver waves have been used to take that fort down. And now, of course, they can go for a turn-in potentially. It's a huge disadvantage in gems. I mean, again, they lost a ton of them, and now they lose Sonya too. Sonya is dead. It's trouble for Wash the Heat. It's really trouble. They haven't gotten a single turn-in yet, and the blue team already had 2. And the problem, this isn't really the problem. Honestly, if you hold your own gems and you don't lose them, then this is not a big deal. Then you accumulate a lot of gems, and if you eventually are able to turn them in, you can make a comeback. But they lost a lot of heroes and a lot of gems in the process. That's a big problem. And the entire time, Chili Mountain is just trying to lock down another hero. Gia gets slowed down. Good control from Ultralisk. That could have been a kill against Chromie. Yeah. And, well, let's see what they can do up at the top. They need a turn in. They need to turn these 2 gems in. But the red team is now again falling back. And it's a level that's missing until the 16 is hitting for Chili Mountain. And they're already controlling the turning points again in an attempt to get the next one. Down at the bottom of the map, the ice wall came down. Well, careful, Mei. Jon Snow just called. He wants his wall back. Half a level until 16 is in. And the red web beavers are finally descending. Alright, they go for Dino. Last rights. Dino. Run, baby. Run. And he's dead. Dino is dead, but they go for the counter kill in the middle. And they cannot make it happen. Varian is still alive. Bad news. Chili Mountain, they won game 5. They won game 5. Okay, so Wash the Heat is making the plays now on the defense, whereas Chili Mountain is on the attack. Yeah, first web beaver gets just melted. Absolutely melted. Top side, the next one is not going to make it either. And guess who's trying to flank? It's Varian and Carrigan. Our little dream team is doing work and keeps Wash the Heat on their toes. Yeah, they need to be really careful. If that combo comes in from the side just once, then you know that you're in trouble. So now at the bottom of the map, web beavers are pushing this one again. This time they might be able to finally take at least the wall down, but even that is a problem. So yeah, it's tricky. It's really tricky right now. I mean, how do you engage in this? The 16 talents are not ready for you, so you need to fall back and again just wait it out, gather some experience that allows the blue team to take control over the turn-in spots and potentially get another web weaver wave going. So it's problematic. It's, yeah, this is a really aggressive setup for Chili Mountain, and so far it's working out perfectly. Damage output, 28,000 for Tigers. He is the one. We have 36,000 for Chromie at the same time. And here in the middle, Masquerade and Dino doing their thing. Desperately trying to create also a bit of space so they can at least take the camp now. They're already anchoring at the side. They're of course expecting the objective to be taken, so having the camp on the map is also going to be neat. And there they are, the blue web weavers are going to come down. 100,000 siege damage already for Malthael. But they're going to get level 16 now. Hopefully they're not losing Mei before that happens. But there it is. Level 16 talents are in. The wall is in play. Maybe now a chance to get a kill. Varian protected, by the way. Gia is taking lots of damage though, but he gets out. The Quasar wants to come in for some extra damage too, but he can only connect with Malthael. They're trying to get Carrigan. She turns it around with a stun, but she falls. 14 gems lost, but the web weavers are already out on the map and they have to take him down now. The kill was important, but was it enough? They're still going to lose ground here. Bot lane has to be defended as well before the web weaver makes it towards the keep. 50 stacks now for Dino all the way up at the top. That's where we now have the next play for the fort. Middle of the map gets also pressured. But yeah, kills versus kills over here. And this time, Wash the Heat came out a little bit ahead. They might just be able to make it, but the pressure is on them. Chili Mountain is always threatening a kill after kill after kill. And now it's a 4 versus 4 up at the top left. Good lockdown against Cassia. Nice save from Anduin. Turnaround attempt against Gia. And he's completely locked down. So much CC against Varian at this point. They're trying to get the kill here. And they get it. Down goes Varian. If they can get Backhul now too, just as he comes back, because Sonya's back to business. And BAM! They're going for Stukov. Stukov gets murdered. Great double kill. And that allows them for another turn-in. They can get the double turn-in now. So they just got... well, they can get the second one. And they could go for the boss in addition to it too. And Dino is already working on that. So they're trying to go for the boss. Carrigan is saying hello here real quickly. Red Web Weavers are going to touch ground and they're going to make a play for boss at the same time. They're getting a bit greedy here, but again they have to. With 2 heroes down, it's a 5 versus 3 on the map. That's definitely a play that you can make. And they need to do something. They need to at least gamble a little bit or they're going to be in trouble. It's a half-level lead that we still see for Chili Mountain. But with the boss play right now, there's a big opportunity to at least push through the top of the map and do some damage there. Because they really need to. Boss plus Web Weaver at the same time should allow them to also go a bit for the keep. Maybe even take the entire thing down. Even if you only open the wall up, that would be neat. So they are starting to make the plays right now. Middle of the map gets pressured by Sonya. Up at the top, that 4 doesn't stand a chance, obviously. It's a 5 versus 5 once again, and experience is, at this point, even. 7 kills to 8. It's comeback time. Odin gets popped. Chili Mountain is ready for the defense. Malthel is sitting in the middle. Sonya has joined the rest of the team. They want that keep, and I think they're gonna get it. I mean, who's gonna stop them? Seriously. There's a Web Weaver still in play and the boss is also dropping this one. They can go for the keep here. I don't think they can spiral that towards the core. They don't have a level 20. If they did, they might have a chance. But I think they're trying. If they can get a kill, that would be great. But I highly doubt that they're going to be able to make that happen. The wall is there. Maybe now. Gia gets isolated. They want to end the game. Oh my god. Varian, he gets out. They try for Malthael instead. But I think they have to fall back now. The core nearly lost it lost the shields, 1 percentage point of damage. It was not enough. If they got that kill against Varian, I'm pretty sure they would have followed up with even more damage and tried to take it. Oh my god. 19.5 on both sides. If they get a kill or 2 in that push, they end the game. They are ahead in structures, by the way. They are ahead in structures now all of a sudden. They're gonna get that 20, they're ahead in structures, but they still have to dodge out on these deadly kill combos on the other side. So here's the 20 already, with the big red button, with a glory to the Alliance. And the 20 will be in play for Wash the Heat in just another moment. I mean, getting it. Malthael is gonna go for no one's time can stop death. Carrigan is going for the charge over here. Chromie has the piercing sand. There's the shatter for the ice wall, the armor reduction, and honestly the most important talent of them all, Glyph of Fate. That's the most important talent for the red team. They need the safety of it. They need the safety that that talent provides them. And by the way, Striding Giant is in too. So, yep, gets the unstoppable. Make with a tactical pause over here. Alright. Yeah, apparently our Variant player is having some problems. I mean, the pressure was honestly too much. There's so much intensity, honestly, in this game. I mean, I'm at the edge of my seat, and apparently so is the internet connection of Varian over here, because the internet just couldn't handle it. It's just sitting there the entire time. It's like, oh my god, if there's just a little bit of a ping, you know, we're gonna die here right away. So then all of a sudden, zip, and the connection is gone. So there's the 3-2-3 moment where we now can take a bit of a break and also double check the stats, of course. But yep, Varian is in trouble here. He's going to reconnect at some point. Damage output, as you can see, we got Chromie already on 54,000 damage, 42,000 for Tychus. Top damage easily in Chromie's hand. And look at Cassia, she's not looking too bad either. She's stacking. I think he's at 60 stacks right now. But before we double check that, have a look at the siege damage. Malthael is wrecking that. 150,000 damage for it. Okay, and Gia is back. Gia with a taunt. A bit too far out for anybody to follow up. And Backhult already took some damage. There's the ice wall, light bomb, and they're moving in. The combo, and down goes Stukov. Banana H is dead. Varian is in trouble. Tries to dodge away and gets killed by Sonya. They get the double kill. They want more. They go through the middle. Big plays from Wash the Heat. They have the gems for another wave with just one more minion kill. Could go for the fort, but they don't. They want the turn in, and they're already moving in for it. Everybody is on the spot. Quasar is the one to move down and take the remaining gem that they still need. This could be the turn in that ends the game, that ends the series. They are on the verge of a victory. Wash the heat. They want the 3-1. They don't want to go to game number 5. They want to enter the grand final, and they're moving through the middle now, poking it down already slowly as the Web Weavers are slowly starting to descend. 10 seconds for Stukov, 18 for Varian. The wall gets poked, nobody even daring to pop their head out since they could get locked down in just another moment. And this is the end of the wall over here. They're trying to make the play for the keep already. Stukov is back, Varian is coming, the Web Weavers are also here, and all of the waves have been pushed out. 80 stacks for Cassia, and they are starting to come in for the damage. The keep is going to fall one way or another. It's already way too low. The bottom of the map is getting attacked at the same time, and the core is what they're looking for. They want to take it all right here. 9 kills to 8. They've taken the lead. Good damage against Make, against Tychus. Dino, gotta be careful here. Web Weaver is down. Bottom of the map is pushing, as you can see. They're going for another one. At the same time, Malthael is dead. Malthael down. They want more. They want another kill. Catapults are locking onto the core, and this is a bad spot for Chili Mountain to fight. They're losing points on the core. They're trying to defend it somehow. 84%. The last remaining keep is getting attacked. It's also going to get murdered as the catapults are starting to chip away. Malthael came back to business with his level 20, and here's the save as the red team tries to retreat with the help of Anduin. 84% on the core and not a single keep left. It is a disaster for Chili Mountain now. Absolute disaster for them here. They won game number 3, but now they find themselves in trouble. They want to reach the grand final, but it seems like they might have to play through the 3rd place decider. It's gonna be rough. At this point, the damage output, 65,000 for Chromie. Cassia is catching up. It's all about the turn-ins once again. The blue team, they have the gems that they need to go for another Web Weaver wave, and that would create space. It would create a lot of space. Opportunities also to take forts down, to relieve some of the catapult pressure. But is Wash the Heat is gonna give them that chance? That's the bigger question. Bot lane is pressuring. Siege Giants are taken there too. The only one in the entire game, by the way, that hasn't died yet is Tychus. Just saying, Tychus player hasn't died yet. And they are going boss? Okay, now they have to posture boss. If you posture boss in this situation, what happens? The blue team has to move to the top to defend the boss position, and the bot lane pushes in against the core. So if you just play a bit of a posture game at the top, you have to be really careful that you're not getting caught in a bad spot, but you can always move your opponent's forces topside, or they might go up against the boss and lose the game there. Now, you can't really go for it, because if you would engage into it too hard, then you could throw there as well. But you just try to make sure that your opponent has to react to your move so that they can't defend the lanes. That's pretty much the idea behind plays like this. So, yeah, they're going for the top again. Just trying to posture a little bit, and of course if they get a chance to take it, they will. And why did they do that? Because Malthael appeared at the bottom of the map. So every single time someone is appearing, they're going to start to move in and start to say like, hey, we can attack you. And they got some tools to take it. So it's not like they have nothing available here. Malthael went to the bottom, disappeared again, so they fell back, and they're going to make this play over and over again. They need to also try to control the turn-in points so that the blue team can't turn in. That's the big problem. And, yeah, there we have at it. Damage output, as I said, Malthael has 200,000 siege damage right now. More than Sonya. Like, he is controlling these lanes for them. Absolutely controlling. But he doesn't get a lot of hero damage done. Then again, to be fair, nobody really does, with the exception of Tychus. And there's the blue Web Weavers. Blue Web Weavers are going to come down. So there's that. And let's see what else we're going to get from them. That might be the... But I mean, again, what are the Web Weavers going to do? The Web Weavers are going to spawn, for example, just down here. But it gives you a little bit of a relief, because they are going to push the lanes back, at least to an extent. So you're going to buy some time where you can try and execute a push on a lane to take a few of the structures down. And the fort at the top should fall, and the one in the middle is definitely also doable. So if both of them go down, then it's a little bit less catapult pressure than what they're currently experiencing. Top side, yeah, they're trying to make another play here. Azerite, they're coming in to make sure that this one falls 100%. They don't have to care about the bot lane in this situation any longer. But they would love to get a keep here. The Web Weaver in the middle has already been defeated, though. So, yeah, unlikely that they can make that work. And down here at the bottom of the map, as you can see, this one is not going to do a whole lot either, especially with the catapults still pushing it. It's a tricky spot for the blue team. They had a great position in the early game, but now that they lost so many structures and can't rely on a single keep any longer, the lanes are a big problem. If they push out against you, you lose vision on the opponent, and it's tricky. They might have to YOLO on the boss. There's already vision being granted by Chromie, but honestly, they might not have another chance and try to go for boss here. Throw a Hail Mary and just say, hey, if they come in and force the fight and we win it, we can win the game. But what else can we do? If the game lasts long enough, it's over. So they go for boss. They throw everything at it, and they have to. It's a shitty call, but you gotta make it. Obviously, the red team knows what's going on, but it's the only play that they have. Big red button gets already popped. Do you fight into that? Yes or no? That's the question. Odin gets attacked. Here's the infinite lightning, and now they have to make the play around it. But there's the kill against Stukov. That's a big one. The support is already gone, but so is Cassia. Cassia has 100 stacks, but she dies. So does Varian on the other hand, and that's a 2-for-1 trade. 2-for-1 trade. They're hoping for more, and they're getting more, don't they? They take down Malthael, and they drop Carrigan, and this is obviously game. It was a bad call, but again, it's the only call that you can make. You have to throw the Hail Mary. You're gonna lose the game if you're playing it out too long, so they make the only call that is still available to them. They hope that they win the team fight and then can maybe end the game, but now everybody gets destroyed over here. Berkult is gonna be the last one to fall. 5-man wipe, and this is securing the spot in the grand final to wash the Heat. They take the core down, they decide the series in their favor with a 3-1 victory. Great Heroes of the Storm match here between the two teams, and nicely done at the first Masters Clash qualifier. Well played, GG, and a solid victory for Wash the Heat in the semi-final of this tournament.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.